Up Gunners!
3-0. That's how you remind everyone that the Arsenal way is alive and well. From the brilliance of Bukayo Saka to the calm authority of Thomas Partey and the electric promise of Ethan Nwaneri, this match gave us a masterclass in dominance. Saka set the tone with a stunning opener, twisting and turning past defenders like a pro in a video game. Partey, he came off the bench and dropped a long-range bomb that no keeper in the league would stop. And Nwaneri, a teenager, writing his name into history with the composure of a veteran. The Forest team arrived unbeaten in 5 away matches, sitting level on points with us. But by full time, their streak was a distant memory and Arsenal had its 2000th top-flight win. What a way to mark Arteta's 250th game in charge. Clean sheet? Check. Dominance across the pitch? Check. Confidence restored ahead of a packed winter schedule? You bet. Next up, Portugal for Champions League action. Let's keep this momentum going. 19 players in training for the first time in 6 weeks. Can you imagine the energy boost? That's what Mikel Arteta was beaming about after Arsenal's commanding 3-0 win over Nottingham Forest. It wasn't just a win, it was a statement. We saw rotation, depth, and the future all in one game. Ethan Nwaneri, remember the name if you haven't already. The youngest ever Premier League scorer for the club stepped onto the pitch like he owned it. His first move, gliding past 2 players and nearly scoring a stunner. Arteta said it's about building him brick by brick, but honestly, this kid looks ready to lay down a skyscraper. The energy from the crowd when he came on was electric. It's clear Ethan has got something special. Then there's Martin Odegaard. After weeks out, he reminded everyone why he's our midfield maestro. His ability to control the tempo, create space, and connect play is just different. Arteta said it perfectly. Some players make time stand still when they're on the ball, and Martin is one of them. The chemistry he has with Bukayo Saka, it's not forced, it's just there, flowing naturally and making magic happen on the pitch. How about Raheem Sterling's impact off the bench? An assist that showed his class, reminding everyone that this squad has layers. Arteta took risks, leaving out big names like Declan Rice, Thomas Partey, and even Kai Havertz from the starting lineup. But the gamble paid off. This squad is showing serious depth and hunger. Forest hadn't lost a way all season until they came to the Emirates. That is no fluke. They're a solid side, but we made them look ordinary. Even Arteta admitted he felt comfortable in the last 10 minutes. A rare sentiment in these tight Premier League battles. The takeaway? Arsenal isn't just about 11 players anymore. It's about a squad, a system, and a belief that every single player has a role to play. This was a win that wasn't just about 3 points. It was a glimpse into the depth, the hunger, and the future of this team. Stay humble, they said. But since Erling Haaland dropped those words to Mikel Arteta at the Emirates, it's been a dramatic fall from grace for both him and Manchester City. 5 losses in a row for City, their worst streak since 2006. And Haaland himself is struggling to find the back of the net with just 2 Premier League goals in 7 games. It feels like the football gods are serving a hefty slice of irony. City's collapse hasn't just been shocking, it's historic. Their crushing loss to Spurs marked the heaviest home defeat in Pep Guardiola's Etihad reign. 7 shots from the Norwegian and not one found its way past Vicario or the woodwork. You'd think City's talisman would shine in such moments, but instead, he looks more like a shadow of last season's record-breaking goal machine. Meanwhile, Arsenal fans are loving the poetic justice. That still dig might have been meant for Arteta, but it's Haaland and City who have been humbled. The gap between Arsenal and City has closed and Liverpool looms large at the top. December 1 against Liverpool could define their season. But it's Man City. But as things stand, it's clear that the reigning champions are reeling. But football is funny like that though. One moment you're unstoppable, the next you're chasing shadows. Arsenal? Well, we just sit back, enjoy the show, and maybe remind Haaland staying humble isn't just advice. Sometimes it's survival. That's a wrap for today's episode of Up Gunners, and I hope you enjoyed delving into the world of Arsenal Football Club with me, Tony Doe. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all future episodes. If you have any thoughts, questions or suggestions, feel free to reach out to me at upgunnerspodcast@gmail.com. upgunnerspodcast@gmail.com. I'm active on Twitter as well at upgunnersng, active on Facebook at upgunnersng. We're also on Instagram at upgunnersng. Until next time, keep the gunner spirit alive, and remember, Up Gunners!